Coming up on Face This Day, the Truckee River runs more than 100 miles through downtown Reno and past some of the most beautiful parts of our community. But only a small part of it is developed and maintained for public use. I'll speak with a local group working to clean up the Coming up on Face This Day, the Truckee River runs more than 100 miles through downtown Reno and past some of the most beautiful parts of our community. But only a small part of it is developed and maintained for public use. I'll speak with a local group working to clean up the river and make it accessible to all of us. Then we'll move our focus upriver to Lake Tahoe, where citizens are hard at work keeping the lake blue, what issues they're facing, and how we can help. When Face This Day starts right after the break. Welcome to Face the State. I'm Ariana Bennett. Thank you for joining us. Well, in our desert climate, water, of course, is a precious resource. 85% of our drinking water in the Truckee Meadows comes from the Truckee River. But managing the 100-mile river, which runs through multiple jurisdictions, can be a challenge. Add to that issues with trash, illegal camping. We have a river that really could use a little TLC. Christy Chakarolu from Keep Truckee Meadows Beautiful and Linda Nelson with Nevada Land Trust. They're here now to talk about all these issues. Thank you both so much for coming on the show.
Thank you, Ariana.
Okay, so really quickly, I just want to start with, for those who are not familiar with your organizations, maybe start with Keep Truckee Meadows Beautiful and tell me a little about it.
Okay, well, we're a small nonprofit organization. We've been around for over 26 years now, and our focus is beautification, education, cleanups, and advocacy. And the One River initiative that we have in partnership with Nevada Land Trust is an excellent example of the advocacy. We found a need in our community, and we're working to address it.
Okay, and how about Nevada Land Trust? What's that all about?
Nevada Land Trust, we are the first accredited land trust in the state of Nevada. We have actually been around for 20 years as well, and our primary focus, a lot of our work is behind the scenes. We work on acquisition of environmentally sensitive lands primarily, but we also were involved in doing the Collin Fire Restoration, the Washoe Valley Fire Restoration, the Hawken Fire Restoration. So we do natural resource management, acquisition of environmentally sensitive lands, and now we're branching out and doing more planning work.
Okay, and now this leads us to the One Truckee River Initiative. You just two of many organizations as a part of this. Tell me a little about that.
Well, it all started as a result of an anonymous donation to Keep Truckee Meadows Beautiful to clean up the river. This individual said, please do something to improve the condition of the river. And of course, you know, we coordinate the Truckee River Cleanup Day every year, and we could have organized more cleanups. We realized that we needed to look at systemic change because what we were experiencing was that we were picking up more and more trash every year. Instead of reducing the amount of trash that we were picking up, it was increasing. And so we started looking at some of the systemic issues and found that one of the best ways for us to address some of these issues, because we realized that there were a lot of organizations along the river that are doing really amazing work, and the challenge is that even though they may be collaborating with other organizations, not everybody knows what everyone is doing. And so therefore, you know, the priority is to identify what issues need to be addressed, prioritize those issues, and then start addressing them. And so this is what we're hoping to do with this plan.
Okay, so let's talk about the biggest issues facing the Truckee River. What would you say those are?
Well, I think what we did is we partnered, obviously, together and realized that we couldn't just really address one of the issues, in other words, social issues, without looking at public safety, without looking at increasing recreation on the river, increasing education about the river. And so we quickly learned that we wanted to put together a plan. and we're calling it the One Truckee River Management Plan. And the One Truckee River really is, it's a philosophy and a framework for managing and protecting the river. It is, there is no one comprehensive management plan right now for the Truckee River. And so we did work together. We put together a core group of planners, planning team that are members of all types of organizations: Truckee Meadow Water Authority, Department of Wildlife, Nevada Department of Environmental Protection, Washoe County, City of Reno, Western Community,
Western,
yeah,
Northwestern Water Commission.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're partnering with the Nature Conservancy.
Nature
There's a lot of
Conservancy,
different
so
groups.
a lot of partners. And then we have 9 main issues that we're working on: social, education, public safety, water quality, ecosystem health, quality of life, recreation, and I know I'm forgetting fundraising, sustainable fundraising,
Stewardship.
and stewardship. And so with all of those issues, we then recruited a team of experts within each of those issue areas that we could focus more directly on goals and objectives and action items within each of those key issue areas.
How long has this been in the works that you've been kind of pulling all these different people together?
Well, we've been working behind the scenes for a couple of years, and Lynn and I have been working together on this for over a year now. And you know what we've found is, the city of Reno's done a really good job on the downtown section of the river, but people don't really venture out beyond that. And we have a lot of beautiful parks and a lot of beautiful areas outside of just that one section that not many people are familiar with. And so what we want to do is turn things around a little bit. And I think I grew up here, and I don't ever remember going down and playing in the river. And I think a lot of people may have that experience. We aren't going down there as much as we used to, unless there's an event at Wingfield or something like that. But we're really so incredibly fortunate because we have the pristine waters of Lake Tahoe flowing through our town. And so there's no reason why we can't really embrace that and turn that into an economic development opportunity, and you turn it into a tourist attraction, which is really what it should be.
It really is this huge, holistic kind of project that you guys are undertaking. Is there a priority number one, or is it everything or nothing?
Well,
one of the challenges is that we can't do one thing without another. And so,
well, we have 4 main goals. The first one is to promote and protect water quality and ecosystem health in the river. The second one is to provide for a clean and safe river corridor. The third one is to connect the community to the river. And the fourth one is the sustainable management of the river. And so those are really the 4 main, out of all those 9 issue areas. We've then kind of embraced them within these 4 main goals that we have. And then within that, we have many other goals and action items within that. That will go into the plan. We'll have a draft open house June 7th. That will be revealing that draft plan to the community. We don't have a location yet, but folks can come by and see what we're proposing. A lot of the work that we're doing in the plan are supporting efforts of other agencies and organizations that are doing work. In other words, a lot of the folks in the social issues area are working on coordinating sweeps of the homeless camps between Washoe County and City of Reno and Sparks. There's a lot of collaboration going on in other areas that sort of all got started as part of this effort of getting folks to talk together.
Right, that's something I kind of wanted to talk to. The homeless issue, really, it's a complicated, multifaceted one. It's not just a matter of stopping illegal camping from happening along the river. You have to figure out, you know, somewhere for them to go. You can't just kick them out and expect them to just, you know, disappear.
Right.
And that has been a difficult issue citywide. It's not just along the river. Have there been ideas tossed around to help this?
well, we've got some really incredible programs already happening in our community that I don't think many people are aware of. One of the programs is Crossroads, which we were fortunate to have a tour of a couple of weeks ago, and they have a great program with what they call wraparound services that address issues like substance abuse and mental health, because, you know, not many people choose to be homeless necessarily, although there could be an argument made. I mean, I know there's some people say that some people choose to, but I think for most people they would prefer to have safer, healthier lifestyle. And so we've got incredible programs like Crossroads that provide services for men and women, and there's also programs, you know, with other nonprofit organizations like Step 2 that help provide
Rena
service.
Works. Rena Works, actually, Naoma Jardin, our city councilwoman, started that program, and it's actually using people that were formerly homeless to now go down and help clean up the river, and they have quite a rapport with folks that are homeless and can help them talk to them about, you know, hey, we were here last year about this time, and give them information. And a lot of what we're talking about doing, and we're working with Sheila Leslie, who's the chair of our social issues team, and they have some great ideas, and that they're starting to initiate as part of this planning effort, getting community caseworkers out on the river to sort of do one-stop shopping to provide the care that the folks need on the river.
And what we just really, what this initiative is really all about is breaking down silos and having everyone working together in partnership. And so that's where it's really exciting, because we're partnering with groups that we haven't necessarily worked with before, like Catholic Charities. I mean, it's a really exciting progressive opportunity right now. And so one of the things we really want to communicate to folks, though, is that it's not necessarily just one issue along the river. I mean, there's a ton of different issues. I mean, we've got a lot of user trash down there. I mean, people who just, you know, are littering and leaving their trash behind. And so it's really important for us to remind ourselves to pack in what we pack out, and also to make sure that whatever trash that we do have,